That better?
Yeah. Who are you? You CIA?
Good morning, Sergeant Blackburn.
When are you gonna tell me what's going on?
18 hours ago, I get a call from Homeland Security saying there's a Marine in detention I need to talk to. Some story about a terror plot in New York, and the Marine claims he has information to stop it. Now, the best part is, he says it's gonna happen today.
Battlefield 3 is a lot like its predecessor, but in a way is nothing like its predecessor. Being a lot like Battlefield 2, but at the same time being a drastic change from Battlefield Bad Company 2. Battlefield 3 will be a shock to console players and a delight to PC players all the same. The Battlefield 3 single-player campaign is a drastic shift from the Bad Company series, getting rid of all the jokes and the lightheartedness and the goofiness in exchange for a cold, hard, serious military shooter. The single-player campaign, all in all, really isn't that memorable. It feels like every other military shooter out on the market. That being said, it's in no way a bad campaign, it just really isn't something super memorable. Now, I still enjoyed it, and it'll take you about 6 to 7 hours to play through.
Special today. We're not on station for some Whiskey Delta ground support. Dask is going to fill us in airborne, but we are flying a strike mission over Tehran into Mehrabad Airport.
The campaign has some elements going for it which you can't really find in many other games. In typical Battlefield style, you'll have access to a few vehicles and there's some varied missions. Now, one of my favorite missions in the game is one in which you are the gunner in a fighter jet. Now, unfortunately, you didn't get to fly it, but some people may say that's a good or a bad thing, depending on your ability to fly jets in the game.
Putting tension on.
2050 Miami Center, roger.
Let's do this. Here we go. Good shot. Good engines.
That being said, there isn't a whole lot you can do to change the path of the campaign. Unlike in past Battlefield games, this campaign feels extremely scripted, actually to the point where it doesn't feel the same at all. Now, some people like these scripted campaigns, others don't. I'm personally on the borderline, although I would have preferred a little bit more freedom to go explore, do things, kill certain people. You know, instead of it being one-to-one, you do what the story says. There's really no variation. And there's a lot of quick-time elements that prevent you from going off course. A lot of the things you see in the trailers are actually quick-time events, which is very unfortunate because you would like to actually play through them, but you don't get the ability to.
The deck northwest of your position. Send heading 310.
Now let's talk a little bit about the graphics. Running on the new Frostbite 2.0 engine, Battlefield 3 looks absolutely amazing. It is by far one of the best looking games I've seen in a long time. Whether you're playing on a console like the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3, or playing on PC, either way the game looks great. Now, on PC there is a definite advantage graphically, and that's well known due to the advantages of PC hardware. But I'll show you here a quick comparison between the two.
Black now! There's the sniper! Okay. Across the street, 50 meters midway up. He's dug into a spider hole. 3, 2, 1, suppress it! Good effect on target. There's the sniper! Okay. Across the street, 50 meters midway up. He's dug into a spider hole. I got AT. Give it to Black. Cover's getting ropey. You're the best shot! You see that weapon glint? You waste him. Make it count, brother! I'll cover you, and you hit him. Clear your back blast. Stand by! 3, 2, 1, suppress it! Good effect on target!
We good?
Now let's talk about the thing that makes Battlefield 3 shine. Multiplayer. Battlefield 3 has 5 multiplayer modes, plus an extra one exclusive to PC, spread across 9 intense multiplayer maps. The game modes are Conquest, Rush, Squad Rush, being a smaller version of Rush, Squad Deathmatch, and Team Deathmatch. Plus, Conquest Large on PC that allows 64 players to get into some intense multiplayer action. In typical Battlefield style, the multiplayer is the heart of the game. Battlefield 3 features many things that you'd expect from a Battlefield game, including vehicles, destructive buildings, and game modes that encourage team play. Battlefield 3's multiplayer is a definite improvement from Battlefield 2 and Bad Company 2. It's like having the best of both worlds, combining elements from both. The game's multiplayer is ultra high action and very intense. The 9 maps in the game are a mixed bag of infantry to all-out vehicle warfare. You can tell that some of the maps in the game were tailored to certain game types. For example, Caspian Border is an excellent conquest map, but really isn't the best for Rush. Battlefield's always been about team play, and Battlefield 3 is no different. The game rewards you for doing things like reviving fallen teammates, or giving out ammo, or even providing health. Doing support actions like these will land you huge points.
Spotted an enemy sniper in your area. Proceed with caution.
Now last but not least, let's talk about co-op. Co-op is a welcome addition to Battlefield 3. It revolves around side missions that tie into the main game. The missions are varied and have you working together to take out hordes of bad guys. There is even a mission where you are in a helicopter the entire time. One person as the pilot, the other as the gunner.
Roger. Wait up. This is Warrior 2-1. Objective. Approaching LZ. Stand by, over.
Overall, co-op is really fun and is worth your time and is a great way to play with friends.
Let's get out of here!
Battlefield 3 takes a lot of old ideas and brings new life to them. Those ideas, plus some new ones, make the Battlefield feel a whole lot more realistic. And despite its disappointing campaign, Battlefield 3 is the best first-person shooter I've ever played. So if you're looking for a single-player game, you may want to look elsewhere. But if you want the best multiplayer experience around, then there's nowhere else to be but on the Battlefield.
Amadei, John. Shame. You come to our country to murder us, yet we are the terrorists.
This is not a trial. You are guilty. I know how your fucking story ends.